So today I'm welding up some sliders for the old boy because it's still in stock suspension, and if I ever go out driving with any of my friends, well, I'm just gonna break the seals because the side step's already bugged. So we got some sliders instead. Sliders we got here from DIY Customs in New South Wales. He cuts them up, sends them to, I went and picked them up because I'm close by, and we're using this Unimog Viper 120 welder. I've never welded before in my life except for one job with a stick weld, and that was garbage, so I'm just trying to do some tests now, and yeah, should be a good fun time. But yeah, I reckon it looks sick. I end up getting the ones with the kickouts because of the wag tub at the back and the canopy. You know, I don't want that to break or anything, so you know, hopefully that works out well. And also I've had to go and get this 150 wide by 5mm thick flat plate so I can make some custom brackets for the chassis, because it's kind of a shit chassis, the D40s. So I guess if this works out well, then I'll be posting this and you can follow along, and yeah, I guess make some myself as well. videoing this part on my phone because GoPro's out of battery, but got everyone tacked up. Looks pretty good. So now I just gonna weld them up, I guess. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do these massive gap spots because they're kind of just like the way it was notched. Obviously you can't get a perfect notch, but also don't mind the welds, they're kind of shitty, but this part will be okay, but this part I'm not sure about, so I'll ask around to a friend that knows. But other than that though, I'm pretty keen. I'm not looking forward to making the mounts though, because I just found out that where I was planning on mounting it here, with the bolt going through this hole here, the fuel tank's right here, and so I can't really get a nut and bolt through there. I mean, if I don't know, if I managed to manipulate enough to get the bolt through that side, then I could bolt it, like put the nut on this side, but I have plates that I gotta put on, so 5mm plates on both sides to make sure it holds it, so I plan on using those holes there and those holes further up as well, which you can't see. Either way, should be good. Alright, I'm gonna end day one here. So I started making the templates out of cardboard for the rear and the middle. I'm going to make one for the front, but it's a bit wet there, so basically for the middle one it will sit just like that with a bolt going through there, and I might put a bolt through there as well depending, but pretty much you'll just get welded on right there, which will be pretty close to the bolt, but it means that it'll just be stronger because technically it'll flex upwards that way, so closer to the bolt the better it will be. Actually no, I'm not going to. I was considering making another hole down for 2-inch lift, but if I ever get a 2-inch body lift, then I'm gonna just remake these plates because they're not hard, to be honest. So that's it for today. Tacked up, plate mounts started, and tomorrow I'll weld it together because it's a bit dark to really see out of the helmet properly, and make the front one because I'll park in better. And yep, back here now with day 2. Gonna weld these up properly now, and then get onto the mounts. So yep. 1 out of 2 done. You can see that's where they had the massive gaps. It seems to have gone okay. Far from the TikTok standard of welds that you see. That's a joke, by the way, but I'm happy with it, so time to do the other one, and then we can work on the mounts. Alright, so I finished welding these up now. So now I'm just finished making these templates. So this will go on the front mount, with I'm going to try and do like a little underside thing that will like bolt onto it, sort of thing, to have another bolt, just because of the way that the force will be on the sliders if we hit the rocks. Middle one, which may be the same thing, maybe we can go around the whole chassis with this one, but I don't know, we'll see. And the rear one, which I still need to decide what I'm going to do for this side because of the fuel tank. So anyway, I'm going to transfer this onto the flat bar. as you can see, I've made a massive mess now, but this is what the front mount looks like now. Just welded that up. I have a bolt through there and there, so you know, just be better. I've also drilled out all the other ones, so I'll get the light. So this is the front one. You mentioned bolt goes through there. I'll get a shorter bolt later, and then a bolt goes through here, and then I'll probably weld the thing on right like here. You got the middle bracket, 2 bolts through, weld the thing on right like about there, and then the end bracket, see about there. I'll get a small bolt for 10mm there, and this one I'll need to, like I said, do something with the fuel tank to get out of the way, and then weld the tubing on right there. So yeah, that's all. Both sides are done. I've got to do the back plates for them, but that can be done tomorrow because it's getting dark and I don't want to disturb anyone anymore. So yeah, it's coming on nicely. Alright, we're back with day 3. Gonna finish the brackets, so it's gonna make plates for the back, bolt them up, then I need to mark out where the tubing that's going to attach these to these goes, and also cut them to length because they're a bit long at the moment, but once that's done, then I can start grinding it all and getting ready to paint. Right, so end of day 3. I only spent a few hours today because after work and noise restrictions, and I was just about to weld up this here, but I didn't have a magnetic right angle, so holding it would be a bit dodgy because I've got to make sure that it's straight so the gusset can fit there nicely. But I've got all the plates made, cut all these to the right length, so pretty much tomorrow all I need to do is just weld these on and then screw them up and weld the sliders on too. So close but yet so far, so I'll do that tomorrow. I've also run into a few other issues of mounting the brackets on the other side because of some random bits of the chassis and stuff, but yeah, I'll just have to tackle that when I get to it, I guess. Maybe have to drill through those little guard plates or whatever. I don't really know, to be honest, but whatever. Anyway, so we're back. This is day 4. Going to weld up these now. I needed to get this one, one of these angle magnet things, but I didn't have one yesterday, plus it was dark and late, so now I can get these all welded up. Just all 6 of them, and then I'll mount them and mark out where I want to weld those and get those welded on too. And then just grind them back and paint it.
Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Just a quick update. Now welded all these together, gussets, and now I'm just working on getting the slider up now. Got these ones in just so I can bring the slider up to it and mark out where it needs to go, and yeah. Alright, so it's time to weld these up. I'm going to tack them on like this. I managed to get the jack stands jammed under there to hold it in place on the mounts. Looks pretty even to me, good enough anyway. And just make sure that door opens because of the kick out, so don't want to knock it too much. So yeah, I'll get welded up now. Alright, bit of an update. Got this first slider for the passenger side all welded up now. Just needs to be ground back and painted, but yeah, that was a lot of effort actually to get it in the right spot, but this is all good now, so now I'm going to the other side now. Just thought I'd film this because that took me a long time to really get that done, and there's a lot of figuring it out because I haven't done it before. But to put the brackets where I have them on this side, you have to take off 2 little panels. So I'll show you, this is the front one and this is the rear one, like the middle one, sorry. So if I go onto the car, the front one sits just there. You can see there's 3 bolts, and like 1, 2 and then 3 under here. That's all you need to take off. That's just 10mm just little nuts. Then you can slide the plate here and then get the bolt through. It doesn't actually impact these at all. The other one is a bit more tricky. It pretty much covered from here, goes all the way along up this, and bolts everywhere. So it's a bolt there. You have to undo this bolt a little bit because it kind of threads in the top, and then there's 2 bolts, one above here and one around here somewhere as well. They go up the top. Now when you take it off, you can see there's little black clips there, so the front 2 bolts, which are here and around here, they're clipped onto these lines here, which I'm pretty sure are the brake lines or fuel. I actually have no clue. Actually looks like the fuel lines. And then there's also another one that's clipped up in here in this little section, which that was painful to get out. It was kind of annoying. So anyway, alright, my plan is, and I marked it and I'll show you. So it sits in the car like kind of like this, and the chassis rail goes like that way. So you can see how the mount, like how the screws go. They're just there. They're 10mm. The bolt under there for the exhaust mount that you have to undo a little bit because it comes through like this little hole here is is only a 12mm, so just but you can see like the clips as well, just there. So my plan is to, I marked here, you can see there I've got little markers. I can either cut out the sections here where the bolts are, or I might just cut off this whole section here, because to be quite honest, as long as it's held in there, then it should be fine. I don't think there's going to be really any issues with that. And I can also just like, I don't know, put something there if I need to hold it in place, but to be quite honest, it's going to be fine, so I might just do that. Alright, what I've ended up doing is cutting it off here, because the bolts would have been around like there and there if this was a long piece. And then what I ended up also doing is, because then I can use this piece, this bracket, is I just cut it off, as you can see there, which was attached up the top there, so then I can still bolt this on and have the fuel lines held in place and secure, but this won't be in the way of me anymore. Alright, just got the other side held up now on jack stands, and I had to use the jack for this one because it didn't wedge as well as the other side, but pretty much same thing. This one lines up a lot better with the 3 points. The other one I had to grind the middle on heaps because it was all pivoting, but these ones is perfect, so that's good. And same again, back door opens nicely, and the way that these come out, you can see it's pretty much in line with this flare here, but if I do ever get bigger tires and bigger offset, they'll probably stick out more, so then I'll have to get flares anyway, so they'll cover them up anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. But anyway, time to tack these up, and then I'll take them off and weld them up. Alright, so update, I've gotten both sliders done, both sides all welded up, so now I'm just started grinding it away to get ready to paint it. I'm not really fussed about how well this looks. Like, I'm not going to do like these parts properly because I don't, to be honest, can't be bothered, but I'll get most of it looking good and then paint it up. Alright guys, back here at day 5, which, to be quite honest, I don't even know why the fuck is this taking 5 days. I guess it's just because it's the first time doing this, but also a one-man job and figuring all these mounts has taken a freaking long time. But I honestly thought I was going to actually get this done in one day when I first originally planned to do this, which is quite funny now in hindsight. But anyway, today we're just going to finish grinding back in the shitty grindy job that I'm doing, just because, like I said, I don't really care too much, and then put some paint on it. Exciting times.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, go, still go, 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 still go, I never answer to no, no, still go.
Alright, I've grinded now, and now I'm just set up this little booth in the corner here so I can paint them up now, so I'll do that. Got them all painted up now. I've just done 2 coats on the bottom and 2 coats at the top, because the way I painted them was just sliding on the plastic, so I needed to do one side at a time, and it'll do for now, and I'll just touch up when I need to, and maybe one day down the track paint it better, but pretty stoked at how they look. Now I just gotta let them dry for a day before I put them on. Today's the big day. It's been 5 long days. Finally get to put the sliders on the car, so gonna get to doing that now, and gonna have to move the fuel tank out of the way, which will be fun, so yeah, let's get into it. Alright, the sliders are finally on now. As you can see, all mounted up. This side took a long time to get manage the fuel tank situation, but managed to undo the bolt there and loosen this one a little bit, drop this little bracket down and loosened that back corner one a little bit too, and then had a jack under here with like with a sheet or something to like support it all, and then lowered it down and pushed it that way, and I managed to get the bolt through, as you can see. And I don't know how well we'll see it, but you can see there's still a bit of a gap there between the bolt and the fuel tank too, so it's not putting any pressure on the tank, which is perfect. Then on the other side, you can see if we put that shielding back on there, so the bolt sits there, so if I need to get to that bolt, I'll just take this off. And this is the piece that I cut, so I have access to these bolts, but also still have the fuel rails being held on with the little clamps, so they're nice and secure now. So yeah, so that's nice and on too. I'll probably end up getting like a nice video when it's light time, so you can see them, but I'm really stoked. They look so good. So yep. Alright guys, the sliders are all done. And took a while to film this. This is like a week and a bit later, but I went on a trip to Nowra, which you can check out the video. I'll place it in the description, and also there'll be a card at the end. But thanks for watching this build of the sliders. You can see that they're taking some damage there, because they've been holding up the whole car pretty much every single time I hit something, but mounts work fine, haven't had any issues with bending them or anything. So yeah, highly recommend if you want to get a custom set. Hit up DIY Customs on Facebook, I have a link in the description. And yeah, give it a go, especially if it's your first time, because this is my first time doing anything, so came out heaps well considering. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, just give us a like, that'll be hectic, and subscribe for some more content and stuff, I guess.